So in this session, we want to look at BTCUSD and how BTCUSD has been moving or performing for the past few trading season or sessions. So I will start quickly by going to the higher time frame, and I want to start by going to the 12 month or 1 year time frame. So from the 12-month or 1 year time frame, from the 12-month or 1 year time frame, it's very clear that we see BTC is in an uptrend, okay? So we can see clearly that BTC is in an uptrend. So if you watch closely, the last important high on this higher time frame was here around this area. I've put a line, this line, green line, to represent that was here. And then we see that there was this move to the upside that broke out last year's candle, broke out this high, okay? And we got price made this new high here. And then this year, okay, 2025, the candle open made a way down to give us this low here. Okay, this low point here. It made a way down here. Okay. And then it's moved all the way up to give a new higher high here. And then all of that has rejected back. Okay. And it's around the body of last year's candle before it closed, where the last year's candle closed. Okay, so we are around that same place right now. So what I can see even before we move on this higher time frame is that there is this gap here, which we can call imbalance or fair value gap, and it is still um, a space or a gap that is getting that might be filled later. Maybe 2026 candle might drop down to fill that gap before making its way up. Okay, so this is something that we can pay attention to in the near future. 2026 candle might drop down to fill this gap before maybe going up. Okay. But I can see that this year's candle has made a low, and the low did not overlap with the previous high here that was taken up by last year's move. Okay. So this is an area that we can pay attention to. This whole area we can pay attention to. Okay. That is the first thing I want us to pay attention to or look at on BTC USD. Okay. So it looks like there's a previous high taken out. Price is trying to create an imbalance or a bullish imbalance, and it's likely that imbalance might be tapped before price makes its way back up to the top, okay, targeting the all-time high. It's very likely that would be the case. Okay, so this 12-month time frame gives us the idea that the pair is bullish, and it just broke a previous high last year and trying to retest or creating an imbalance that might be used for more buys or for price to go up much higher. So I will come down to the 6 months time frame. On the 6 month time frame, we now see things clearly. So we can see those highs clearly here. Okay. And we can see that price hit this previous highs here and we can see price goes up, and then we see one bullish candle, the next bullish candle takes price up, the next bullish candle takes price up, then we see price drops down, makes a wick. So 6 month time frame has also left a gap. Okay, the high of this candle and the low of this candle does not overlap. There is a space. Okay, so we can see there is a small overlap, and because this is a higher time frame, a small overlap is going to mean a lot for the smaller time frames. So the 6 month has a little bit of imbalance here, and the 1 year has some kind of a bigger imbalance that can be expanded down into where this green line is, this area, into this zone here. Okay, so we can see this area can be a good area for price to trade to or to drop to. We are left with about 2.5 weeks for the year to end. I don't think and I don't know if BTC is going to fall down into this area before the year ends. I don't know. But I believe that this area might be utilized in the future if price is going to continue to trade bullish. So that is the idea. Um, so we can still see that from 6 month time frame, the BTC is bullish, and we are getting some kind of a pullback. We made this high, and price rejected and is dropping down. So we are getting a pullback after breaking a previous high. Okay, we're getting the pullback here. So this is some kind of a retracement on BTC. On 3 months time frame, 3 month time frame, I can see that we are still bullish because we can see bullish structures, higher high, lower high. We can see a higher high, lower high. We can see a higher high, lower high, and we can see a higher high, and price makes a higher high, took this liquidity up here, dropping down. So I can't see any fair value gap or any imbalance here yet. But and if I look here, I think this buy side imbalance was utilized on the 3 months time frame. Here was utilized on the 3 month time frame before price pushed up. So if anything, this area that price utilized, price might want to come down and clear the liquidity around that area again. There might be left orders or more trades here that price might want to come to take, okay, on the 3 month time frame. And that means that there is opportunity for price to trade more into the 6 month imbalance and to the 1 year zone or imbalance, which is this area, okay, into this area. Okay. So the pair is bullish, but currently it is experiencing some retracement. And we can see in the last 3 months, look at the 3 month candle, very big and it's bearish. Okay, trying to retest or the move that took price up. Okay. So let's see how far it can come down. On the So we are still bullish on 3 months, bullish 1 year, bullish 6 months, bullish 3 months. Let's see the 1 month time frame. On the 1 month time frame, it looks as if that the last low is here, and this lower high gave us these highs. Okay, this is the structure. So we can see we have highs, lows, higher high, lower high, and higher high. We currently need a lower high somewhere here. for price to move up before price would take out this area. We might have to get some kind of um, a failure swing. We might have price go up into, so you can see this supply. Um, we have a low here and then a high of this current 1 month candle and then the low here. Okay. Price might want to tap into this area of imbalance and then drop down. Targeting
Mm.
price might want to drop, push up to that area and then drop down to target the um 6 month,
Head and shoulder.
6 month, 1 year imbalance, which is this zone. Okay, which is this zone. It's likely we might see something like this. So I'm trying to picture it from this time frame so that when we scale to the smaller time frames, we might have a better understanding of what is happening, even before we apply the concepts that
Ugh.
we have learned. Okay. So the structure is still bullish on 1 month time frame. It's still bullish on 1 month time frame, but the retracement is looking very deep. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's go to the weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, we would want to look at the last reference or high, important high. So this is the highest point on the weekly time frame. Let me take this place out. Okay, so um, the this area, this low here, um, took out this previous high and made us a new group of double tops or head and shoulder of higher highs. Okay, this is what we have. Now, price moved from here. This is the last reference low, lower high. It makes us a small higher high, drops down, gives us double top, and it's trying to retrace or drop back down. So this area is a very important low. If this area is to be taken out, if this area is to be taken out, then it means that BTC is trying to give us a much more deeper retracement or pull down. Okay. It means that BTC is thinking long term. It's trying, if this area is to be taken out, it means it's trying to trade into the 1 year, 6 months imbalance. Okay. It's trying to trade into this zone, this zone. And what does that mean? Price might want to take down this low and then fake everyone, go up, drop down, and fail to swing or fail to make a new lower low, and boom, it can now keep moving up like this. Okay, this
Mhm.
is this is one option. This is one option. Okay, this can happen,
Mhm.
but is it ready or is it going to push down and clear this low now? Is it time for it to drop down and clear this low? That I cannot tell. Okay, because the year is going to end, December is going to end in up. Today is 17th of December. We have about 15, maybe 14 days, 2 weeks for December to end. Is it going to trade down in 2 weeks? Okay, to clear this low? I can't tell. Okay, I can't tell. But what I do know is that um, this is the last important low that made this group of highs, and it took out this previous higher high. So this is our current range on the weekly time frame or the current range that we can deal with. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to borrow the help of the Fibonacci tool and measure from this area to this high. And let's see where price is. So we can see that the drop has dived deep into 78.6% retracement. Okay. And after that happened, we can see price pushed up to 61.8%, retested, and it's we see a doji, we see rejections, and we currently see price making sure it's pointing down. It's on the 78.6%. So this area is a good place for price to break down to somewhere 88% or even 100%. It's a good place. 78.6% is also at the same time a good place for price to move back to equilibrium 50%. Okay. And you can see this equilibrium zone is a zone where we have a previous low point here and a previous high point here. You check this supply where you could see that there is an imbalance here. Okay. So it makes sense for price to go back into the equilibrium 50%, at least 50%, because 61.8% is already tapped. So price might want to reach up into this area or better still, this area of imbalance. You can see 1, 2, 3 candles, big candles, weekly candles closing, okay, consistently below each other. This is the hand of smart people or the big people pushing price down. So there is a lot of supply here that price should think of going up to pick left orders around this either equilibrium or this area 38.2% before dropping into 100% or thinking of breaking this area. Okay, before doing this is just one side of the story, one anticipation. Okay, so this is something that I would be watching out for. Okay, but we know that inside in the current range that price is trading, we are at 78.6%. If we check closely this place too, we can see that when this move happened to the upside, we can see this whole bullish candle, right? We can see that there is an imbalance inside this whole bullish candle. Okay. And so when price first crashed this, dropped back to here, it crashed this candle. When this candle was crashed, price quickly rejected up and closed body above that candle. Okay. So this means that anything above this candle means that buyers could come into the market. Buyers could step into the market if price is above this line, this point. Okay. So if price is to drop to stay below this line I have drawn, then sellers will want to be in charge again. But if price stays above this candle, buyers would definitely be in charge to at least push price up into the imbalance above or the equilibrium area. Okay. We can also see that there is this block here or this area of buyers. Buyers were sitting here. They pushed price from this area to the upside. When price was dropping, it comfortably swept or took out all those buyers from here. So buyers sitting here and they've been discredited or they've been weakened by this selling pressure, it makes sense that the market should go back and tap into the buying power here, use it as resistance, or turn it to become a selling power. Okay, so it makes sense for this block to be turned upside down to serve as strength for price to push down. So I will anticipate price will definitely want to utilize this area in order to keep dropping down. So what are we saying now? We are saying that there is this point here that a big bullish activity happened in the past. Price came back to that same place and we saw rejection. So this point, we can comfortably say that buyers are sitting here. Buyers, is my spelling right? Yeah, buyers are sitting here.
Oh.
Okay, buyers are sitting here strongly because they push the price up from here. Now, when price came back, it sellers tried to sweep or crash the buyers, but the buyers were able to push price again up above the same line or point. Okay, so we need price to stay above that line in order for buyers to be strong. Okay, so but if price ends up going below here, then the sellers would be in charge again, at least to push the price down to this point. To push the price down to this point. So, with this all in mind, seeing that currently we are trading within this reference low, we are trading within this
Paid by TS cards.
reference low.
FM
We are
mode.
trading within this reference low and this
Bluetooth
reference
mode.
high, and price has retraced deep down into discount 78.6%, and price is reacting to an area of interest where buyers are. Price is reacting there, having and knowing also that there is an imbalance up here. Okay, knowing all this, let's scale from the weekly time frame to the daily time frame and see what is happening. So on the daily time frame, we can see that there is this M pattern. We can see there is this pattern here that is trying to play. We can see that this is the line that we drew. Let me put a proper line here. This is the line we drew from the weekly. We need price to be above it in order for buyers to be in control. But once price stays below it, sellers would be in charge. So we can see the first rejection closed here, buyers took off, price comes back, retest the same line, buyers push it up. We can see price go up, drops down, buyers buyers are trying to push it up again. Can you all see that? Can you all see that? Guys, can you all see that?
Yes. Yes.
Buyers are here. They are trying to push the price up. So first time rejection, push up, one, push up, third time, they try to push it up, sellers bring it up again, they push it up, sellers are trying to bring it up again. But we can also see consistently here around this level here that sellers sellers are very strong here because they are not allowing price to go above this level. Okay, sellers are here and sellers are here. Sellers are also here. Okay, so anytime price gets here, sellers push it down. Price gets here, sellers push it down. So let me ask this question. What do you think if price is to get here again and sellers are not able to push it down? What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen if price gets here again and sellers are not able to push it up, push it down? What do you think will happen?
Then the buyers will take control.
Good. Buyers will take control up from that point. So that is one area all of you should pay attention to on BTC USD. Okay. If price is able to come up here and sellers are not able to push it down and we get a momentum body close above here, the market is likely to push from this place up into the next important zone, which is what I marked on the 1 month, 3 months time frame. Okay, it's likely to react or push up into at least this area or even beyond. Okay, so that is one thing we have to pay attention to. But for now, we know we are locked inside this consolidation with sellers resisting price here and buyers supporting to push price up here. Okay, so we will need a break of one side. We will need either price to break down here or we will need price to move up and break up here. Okay, but let's not forget that within this trading range, starting from down here to here, price is inside of discount, 78.6% discount. Okay, what do we do at discount? We look for what? Buys. It doesn't mean that buys will always work out, but discount is a good place to be looking for buys. Why is this a valid range? This is a valid range because this is a lower high and that takes out a higher high and makes it a new higher high. With that, this lower high and this higher high becomes a valid range, and therefore we could map up our premium discount. And inside discount, we should look for at least buys. Okay, so this for this reason, um, if for this reason, if the buyers are able to hold on to price at this level, okay, if buyers are able to hold on to price at this level, we should also be interested in joining the buyers to push the price up, at least, okay, at least to push price up. If that is, if they are able to, we don't have control about on that, but the market makers, the smart traders, those with big large accounts, they have control over that. Okay, so with this on the daily time frame, let's move to 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, we can still see that there is a range. We have mapped up our blue line, which is where buyers are strong or active. We don't need price to stay below the blue line. Okay, we need price to be above the blue line in order for buyers to continue to be active. Okay, below the blue line, we don't have anything to do. Okay, if it drops below the blue line, we need to allow it to keep going down. If it comes back again and stay above the blue line, we will react. Buyers will react again. Okay, so for now, daily time frame is not showing that the buyers are in control. If we look at what is happening here currently, the daily time frame does not show. 4-hour is not really also showing that. Why? Because the last 4-hour candle, this is the last big we see some rejections here, which is good, and we see an engulfing bullish candle here. Okay, so this is the last strong bullish candle, that power that came into the market. We don't need that bullish candle to be discredited. Okay, so let me put a line there. Let me put a line. I'm taking it from where the body of that candle took off from. Okay, we don't need this candle to be discredited. In other words, we need this candle here. We need the buyers that push the price from here. We need them to be strong. But we are also dealing with this area of supply or imbalance. As we can see, there is a previous low point here and there is a high point here. Price drops to take out this previous low, makes a new low here. It makes sense for price to retrace back into this breaker area. Price did that, dropped down a little bit, push all the way up to retest this whole supply and imbalance, rejects and closes below. This rejection and closing below is a sign that sellers are very, 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 very strong here. But if the buyers are able to map up their game here and they come in strongly, they will be able to come up and crash all the sellers. Okay. Buyers being able to push price all the way to the top here is a sign. Okay. Because they push it all the way up. See, it was able to break the body of this last bearish candle. It broke through, but the bad news is that the body of this 4-hour candle couldn't close above here. Okay, so it means sellers were able to push it down and they are in control. But if the buyers down here are able to hold and price does not stay below them, then we are likely to have buyers coming in again, reaching out again to this top here. And if they get here and we get a body close above here, then buyers be able to push the price further up. In other words, we need a bullish candle to close above here for us to be sure that we are going to buy this market. If a bullish candle does not come up to close above here, we cannot buy this market. Why? Because sellers are strong here. Sellers are strong here. So we need this level to be taken out. We need a bullish candle to crash this place. Then we will be good. If we crash this place, there is no reason why we cannot move up to this place. Okay, we can move up to this place. So, but we don't need the sellers to also crash this level. If the sellers are able to crash this level, price will keep dropping. So these are all the options. It's about sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers. Let's scale to the 1 hour time frame to see what is happening. So this is the 1 hour time frame right now. We have some buyers here. We have buyers here. Here right now, we have buyers here who are active. And so if price stays above this line, buyers might continue to be more active. Okay. So are you guys following me? Are you guys getting me? Right?
Yes.
Good. So we still have to keep waiting to see price stay above this line. Strong. Okay, stay above this line for us to be sure that this market is going to reach out to the top here. Okay, we still have to be waiting because as it is, we still, let me see, let me check something. You see this bearish candle, 1 hour candle, 1, 2, 3. They are very strong. Sellers are here, very active. We need these sellers to be taken out, which means we need buyers to push the price up above this level, above these sellers. Okay. We need buyers to push the price up above these sellers. So we still have to wait. At least if I am going to enter this trade, because I wanted to buy BTC, if I'm going to enter this trade, I would at least have to wait for price to move above this line and see it coming towards here, closing somewhere here. Then I might be able to risk a little bit for that and expect price to push to this place up here. But if it doesn't close above here, there's no way I'm going to hold the buys. I have to close. But I need it to at least reach here. And if I do that, if the trade is going to work at all, maybe from here as my entry, and I'm targeting at least here, my stop loss should be at least below this line where I put the buyers at. Okay, this line. Maybe 1:1.5, 1:2. I might get it. Okay, but my optimal entry was to enter the trade from this blue line. Okay, and I think I took this trade 2 days ago or yesterday, and I got some profit up to here, and it drops back to the entry. Okay, so if I'm going to take the trade at all, I'll take it from the blue line here, and you can see right now price dropped down to retest this wick at this blue line and rejected. So this could be your sorry, what is the name? Snipe entry here is going to be because this line is from the higher time frame, weekly, daily, monthly time frame, this blue line. This one is an internal one from 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay. So if I have my entry from here, I will be in profit now. Okay. So even if it drops, if I see that there's a bearish candle pushing price down, I might close the entry, because at the end of the day, the higher time frame is not still showing that the buyers are in charge yet. Okay, but then I could still get an early entry from the snipe entry here. Okay, so do you have any question about this? I think we would have to get more into digesting. We need to wait on BTC for now, but I believe that price has to push back up small before continuing to drop, only because price is inside of discount. Okay, because price is inside of discount, but we must see all the confirmations. We should have the confirmation that it will move up before we engage.